A strong day. You were on the 9 a lot tonight. Where was he better in the end?
At different points we were tight or loose, so he just was a little better balanced. I think. Not really sure. He was using passing me at a pretty good clip there, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to look at it. I know I was around him a bunch, but he just got a little better balance than
You're still within shouting distance for the regular season championship points. How big a deal is that for you? Is it a goal for your team?
12-year-old Ross is like, what? You're about to be you could be leading the Cup Series point standings straight up in a few weeks, or at any point. That's wild, but go fast, acquire points. It all kind of works itself out. So even though we lost round, and it, right? The 9's beating me in every stage in the race, so got to pull away, but we're still competing and have top 5 Cup cars, and if we just had our balance a little better, we can compete with them. So, yeah, little kid Ross is like, what in the world? This can't be real.
But is it a goal now? Is it close enough to where you had to change your thinking and make it a goal?
I just want to be competitive, Mark. So, I just want to go fast and get more points than everybody else, and that'll all solve itself. But yeah, of course it's a goal.
How comparable is this racing package from last year? You finished second last year, another good run today too. How would you compare this year from last year? Is it easier to pass, harder to pass? How would you describe it?
Yeah, my world is pretty much opposite from where I was at this point last year in life and in my career to the performance we put together throughout this entire season. I mean, last year we finished second, and it was the greatest thing that happened to us all year. Now we finished 5th, and it's exactly what we're supposed to do, right? We have a 5th place car. We need to finish 5th with it. We don't need to wreck trying to run 3rd, and we don't need to run 9th with it. We need to run 5th, and we had a 5th place car tonight. So for me, it checks just as many boxes. It gets me just as excited that we executed tonight exactly where we should have. And last year we had a 5th place car, and we went up and finished second with it with some tire and fuel strategy. So we could have just easily finished second tonight if a few things go different.
What was it like going through the field after you had to come back in for that loose wheel and went to the back? And obviously you made it to the front, but was it hard or was it easy?
It was. This is the Cup Series. It is challenging. So we had a short run when we first got back there, and I passed a few cars, and I was like, okay, it's actually turning pretty good. I told Phil, my chief, okay, I think we're okay here. And then I heat cycle with a caution, and we went back green, and I was like, got up to high teens, getting close to 15th, and you get to the really better cars, and I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a challenge, right? And I just had to keep searching for air, picked us up spots on pit road, and we just methodically worked our way back. It took us the entire race, and I don't think with or without that issue we run any different than 5th. And if it wasn't for our pit crew having incredible stops the rest of the night, they didn't do anything wrong on that one. It just, the nut wasn't quite tight, and it looked fine. And half of our group said to leave me out there, and half of our group said no, let's just go ahead and take it off and put it back on and make sure the nut.
So did you feel anything different?
No, I couldn't see anything. And part of our coaching staff was looking at the video, and they're like, we would have left them out. Left the car out on the track, but it was just better safe than sorry. And, it's one of those 50-50. We don't want Phil Surgeon and our crew gone, and it's just such a penalty to lose them if the tire comes off.